The 2-mile walk. It's Friday night and we are all high. Drew, Brandon, and I decide to call it a night as I look at the clock. It's 10:30 p.m. I thought to myself, my mom is going to ground me. Quickly panicking, Drew looks at me in worry and asks, "What's wrong, Kyle?" My response was, "I'm so stoned, I missed my curfew." We all began to laugh. As Brandon and I laughed, we went our separate ways. Brandon lives a block from here, and I live 2 miles from Drew's house. I start walking and piercing out to the night, where calls of dogs howling, and I could feel and hear the gravel scraping below my shoes, and the thoughts of my insanity. I then look at my phone and realized I only have been walking for 5 minutes. I'm walking down the street and grew suspicious of someone who may be following me. Instinctively, my thoughts said, "It's all in your head." A couple minutes later, I noticed I am on the wrong street and I need to turn around. There is something standing in front of me. I'm unaware of what it is. It has a butcher's knife in its hand. It must be a person. Heightened with fear, I began to run for my life. With gravel kicking up at my face, to the feel of my heart pounding immensely, I'm pushing all I have to get away, and up ahead is a cornfield I see. "Maybe I can escape from it," I said. I ran into the cornfield and didn't stop until I knew I was safe, pulling my cell phone out of my pants pocket. My instinct was to text for help. As it's sending, it immediately shuts off and I go into panic. I'm trying to control my breathing, as was alerted by the ruffling in a distance. I'm still as a rock, and I'm crunched up on the ground so they don't distinguish me. All of a sudden, there is silence, nothing but silence in every direction around me. My brain told me to stand up and run, but I didn't listen. So then slowly, I stood up and pierced my eyes at every direction. Is the best way to go. With the hearing of heavy breathing, I am still as a tree. It seems to be getting closer and closer and closer. I turn around and there it was. Looking down at me, our eyes were locked. I then was stabbed. I could feel the warm blood dripping down my stomach, and I'm trying to pull out the knife. I feel dizzy and sick. I notice the lack of air I have as the brisk fog exits my mouth. I fall to the ground as I'm on my knees with the faint laughter of the assassin. I'm laying on the coarse ground struggling for air. They then remove their mask. With its glowing eyes, I studied to his transparent features. I knew for sure who he was. I then closed my eyes. As I reach for my phone, the clock says 6:45 a.m. Saturday. I stand up and walk the 2 miles home.